Alrighty, so I have decided that for the first, at least this episode, um, I will kind of just like focus on one specific um, way of getting through it, life. Um, and what I would like is for eventually people to, well, even right now, actually, I would love um, for people to write to me, comment on the clips, or email me at heart.gettingthroughit@gmail.com with things that you want me to talk about, questions that you want me to answer, advice that you want, etc. Um, I would assume that maybe you wouldn't do that right away, because, like, what the fuck is my credibility until, like, you start watching me more? But, um, anyways, I was looking at that spot on the bed. I thought there was, like, something on that bed over there. Oh, so here we are in my office slash guest room. So I really like being in here. The sun, this is just sun on my face right now, which feels really good. Anyways, I digress, as usual. This is what I would like to talk about today. Nutrition. Um, so in my most recent depressive episode, I don't know, I shouldn't like talk about it as if it's ended, because I'm still in it, but the worst has passed. And during it, then the one thing that I was really able to um, hold on to that I usually do to help me feel better was making myself juice, or at least drinking juice every day. Um, so for me, um, I uh, have taken antidepressants before. Um, after hospitalization, 3 years ago, uh, I went on Wellbutrin for a few months, and it was incredible. It was fucking amazing, the amount of energy that I had when I was taking that antidepressant. Like, I had never taken them before, but I worked at a psych hospital, which I'll talk more about another time. So, like, I knew, obviously, they were. Whatever. It was great. But I'm not a person who likes to think that anything, any one thing, I guess, is needed for me to be okay. Because what if I didn't have those antidepressants? What if, you know? Um, so I wanted to get off of them. And I did that by using the energy that it gave me to start working out more regularly and more. So now I work out at least an hour a day. Uh, I'll talk more on that also later. Um, and changing my diet. I've always been really tiny, and so it's always been really easy for me to eat whatever the fuck I want to. I would eat lots of fast food, tons of ice cream, like shit, because I could. I would stay tiny. Like, I think the most I've ever weighed is 125 pounds, and I'm 5'6". And I eat so much. But that doesn't mean it's good for you. You know, just because I could eat like McDonald's and In-N-Out and 2 fucking pints of Ben and Jerry's in one day and just be totally fucking fine, doesn't mean it was okay. So, it took me a really, really, really long time to accept that. I hadn't accepted it yet when I worked at an eating disorder clinic for years. Because, you know what, they actually gonna teach you that. Well, whatever, I won't go into that. We won't talk about why I no longer work in mental health. At this point in time, anyways. So, I digress and digress and digress. The point is, being conscious about the nutrients that enter your body is more important than you think, if you don't think that it is important. If you already think it's important, then you know. But if you don't think so, then trust me, it is. Actually, I currently live in Los Angeles, and I previously lived in Boston. When I was in Boston, I was more of a depressed person. But like I was fine, you know. I was like the kind of person who was like depressed and fine. And because of being depressed and fine, then I did not do very well with the kind of people who were very not depressed and very loud about it. And so this guy who I had actually had like a little thing with in high school, we like reconnected. What was it? 5-6 years ago, maybe. This was after college. I was working about, yeah. So, and I'll go to his apartment after work sometimes, and he was obsessed with juicing. He had like just recently started juicing and was like obsessed with how fucking good it made him feel. It was like, you have to do it, you know, it's gonna make you feel so much better. Just buy a juicer, they're not that expensive, blah 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 blah. So we made juice, and he was right, it makes you feel good. But I didn't care. I didn't care that much at the time. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Juice. Like, when you have to buy all those fruits and vegetables, that's expensive, you know. It is expensive. If you can't afford to do it, I don't know. Honestly, I suggest that you figure out a way to at least, like, get some of it. So, lemons. I mean, come on. You can buy lemons, right? Yeah. Anyway. God. So hard to fucking... So, this is something that even in the worst time that I've ever been in, I've been able to do because it's so easy. Getting up and going to work out, that's not easy. Once you start doing it, yeah, sure. But making the choice to start working out and then you have to stick to it for like at least 20 minutes. Like for me, I always need to do way more than that. But when you haven't yet made like the choice to live, it's a great thing to do, but like, let's be honest, it's really hard and you can't do it. Sometimes you just can't. But you can always at least drink some fucking juice. Seriously. Whether you make it yourself or you order it from somewhere that can deliver it to you, you go out and get it. That's going to be obviously the hardest thing to do if you are in a depressive state. But if you do that one, it's probably the one that's going to make you feel the best, to be honest, because you'll also be going outside. Anyway. Fucking nutrition. So fucking important. All the time, because it helps you to decrease vulnerability to feeling really shitty. But then when you are feeling shitty, you've got to fucking take care of your body anyways. At least that tiny little way. You can eat fucking entire boxes of chocolate. I don't give a fuck. But do something that makes you feel at least like you are taking care of your body, because see, something that makes you feel like you're taking care of your body, that's a very important part of it. Actually taking care of your body, obviously helpful, because if you're feeding it nutrients, it's going to make you feel better physically and therefore emotionally. But when you make the choice to do something that is healthy for your body, you know that you're doing that. So something that can be really helpful when, all the time, but when you're feeling shitty, is observing your own behavior. Stepping outside of yourself and observing your own behavior. If you are able to observe the behavior that you are putting at least in the effort to do something like drink a juice with carrots and lemon and ginger and turmeric and celery and spirulina. Spirulina is the most important ingredient in there. Then you're going to process, whether consciously or subconsciously, that you are a person worth taking care of, and therefore a person worth living. Right? Can't argue with that. So, write this down if you need to. In your deepest, darkest of times, even if you can't do anything else, not even sit up, get yourself some motherfucking juice. Got it? Good. Alright, well, 13 minutes already. I guess I'll talk to you later.